teams, Brent, how much can losing really weigh on you mentally, especially if you're in a losing streak?
Sometimes it has to come from motivation from a coach. Sometimes you start to see signs as a coaching staff of how motivated a younger player is. Most of the time, teams will lean on their veterans and talk to them about what they need to do to dig out and how one game can turn around what it is that's transpired over the past 2 to 3 weeks.
As simple as one game.
It can be as simple as one game. If you perform the right way, it's the same way in which you can win, Kevin, sometimes and have lingering effects from a win, but not winning the right way.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Warren, and it's Melton in at the 1. 8 feet away, and Hood with the nice bucket inside.
Now, hard to read what it is that Rodney Hood might go with in a set like that, so being unpredictable, helping him out that time.
Here's Melton. Poked loose. Here's Hood. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. Warren, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Burks. Kicks to Sexton. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Zizic passes to Burks. Sexton with it. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Sexton kicks to Zizic. From 15 feet away, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Sexton's got his first 2 points. And here's Phoenix. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Ayton. Booker outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Ayton. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Burks the pass to Zizic. He dishes it to Sexton. He kicks it to Burks. Hood against Bridges. Hood can't get it to go.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Ayton dishes to Warren. To the left wing. Melton, no good. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded closely. Passes to Burks. Osman kicks to Burks. Pass to Sexton. Hits it from 3-point range. Sexton's got 5.
You know, the timing, the rhythm. I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Now, here's Ayton. T right on him. Kicks it out to Booker. The Suns need to get a shot off. And here's Warren for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. There's the pass to Osman.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Here at the midway point, what we begin to realize now, there were some underrated pickups in the offseason that are showing what they can do.
Yeah, these are the kind of moves where at the end of the year you start thinking about candidates for executive of the year because they've plugged some holes. They've had an acquisition that's made their bench deeper, and we start to see in an 82-game season that maybe in the 55th to 57th game, a pickup like that is helping them win ball games. This is where those guys earn their money, the general manager.
Not wholesale changes. Just one guy can change a team slightly, and that nuance pays off.
Oh, anything subtle like that, that's where really you tip your hat to the general managers who understood that at some point during the year, we're going to lean on this player.
And this is where Ayton does the most damage. Inside, feels like he can score on anyone.
Sexton with it. He had 15 points last outing. Zizic passes to Sexton. Traps in the tray. Sexton's got 8 points.
Good to see Sexton knock it down from deep. A shot he needs to add to his arsenal.
Warren kicks to Bridges. Pass to Melton. It doesn't go for him. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
Well, if I put it on the scale, Greg, the aggressiveness was an 8. The shot selection, a 2. Could have been a lot better.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to Booker. Now here's Ayton. Burks covering. Melton passes to Booker. Launches it. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Osman's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low, Burks. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
Suns trail by 7. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Cavaliers head coach and I got a chance to talk. He said the focus defensively is going to be making things difficult inside. He wants to get them off the three-point line and make them take as many mid-range shots as possible. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. You know, Brent, when you think of Devin Booker, you immediately think scoring. But he's become, as time goes on, an excellent facilitator as well.
Well, I think he's learning to do that, Kevin, because of the playing time that he's getting. And the defenses that he has seen in the early part of his career have been quite unique. You know, 2 out of the first 3 years that he played in the NBA, he's averaging over 20 points. So the passing part of his game, the more feel part of his game, it's coming along nicely.
That free throw, no good.
Well, entering the league, Devin Booker really had some troubles on the defensive end. So as much as we talk about offensively him trying to get better, on the defensive end he needs to learn how to be in better positions.
And the second free throw, good. And with Booker's defense, Brent, still being a work in progress, the advantage is he is still very young.
Well, the coaches have really simplified the game plan on the defensive end. So you do things like jumping ahead of the screen or pushing down the screen and start to corral guys into areas. That's helping Devin Booker establish some more confidence on the defensive end.
Now here's Booker. Larry Nance unable to get his shot to go. A nice shot by Booker.
And Booker getting more and more comfortable fighting through NBA defenses. He used his ability there to get through contact.
Here's Warren. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call. And remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple, a professional score.
The first one falls. And with Warren, with kind of an old school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous.
McCaw, he's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Sexton. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Well, T.J. Warren believes he can score, and he's done it a lot. Every year he ups the ante and wants to add more to his game. Defensively, maybe a little more focused.
Now here is Dellavedova. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Oubre, good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now here is Dellavedova, guarded closely. This one for three. Rebounded by Holmes. Phoenix has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Oubre, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
When you look at the roster turnover that the Cavs have had the last few seasons, a lot of trades made, some hits and some misses. And you know the front office willing to make some deals to try to get this train back on the right track.
And he can't get the first one. And with the trades this Cavs team has made, several blockbuster deals in the last few years.
Well, they have a tough payroll situation that they're trying to deal with and manage and manipulate. And it's tough for a young GM to try to find a way between sticking with what they've done, or is it a time to try to start to develop something for their future? You give them credit for doing everything in their power to still compete.
Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
Warren, good.
You don't want to give T.J. Warren, who's a gifted scorer, that kind of positioning. You're just gifting him points.
Now here is Dellavedova, guarded by Crawford. Clarkson kicks to Dellavedova. Baseline jumper. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
Now this is where Delly becomes more versatile when he starts to hit some jumpers inside the three-point line.
Pass to Crawford. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is buried. Crawford's got it all tied up now for the Suns. Now here is Dellavedova. Defense is right there. Nance finds Clarkson. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And it's Warren with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Well, the only way to compensate for getting out-rebounded as much as they did is to shoot about 99% from the floor. Haven't seen that happen.
they now lead as the free throw drops for him. The Suns have given shooting guard Devin Booker a say in all of the franchise's major decisions. Like hiring a coach, free agency, the draft. Brent, is that the right approach?
I'm not sure how much of that is true, Kevin. They might have asked, but how much are they listening to it? I'm not sure. Devin Booker does not quite have the cachet of veteran players that have played 10 or 12 years and have a lot of playoff wins under their belt, but it does feel good for him, I'm sure, to be part of the collaborative.
Here's McCall. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Knocked away. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And it's Dellavedova missing. Here's the Suns with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Back to Warren. A minute 50 left to play in the first. Unable to get that one. And Cleveland the other way now. Here's McCall. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Nuggets, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, there's the Suns, just way behind.
And seeing where the Suns are, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yep, any glimmers of hope that may have been there early for them have all just disappeared at this point. It's looking more and more like a season that will not end well for this team.
Now Dellavedova after Kelly Oubre missed from long range. Crawford against Clarkson. That's tipped. Oubre with the steal. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Crawford. Here's Holmes. And the layup is good. Holmes got his first bucket in this one.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Dellavedova, the pass to McCaw. To end the drought. The shot, no good.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
The offensive rebound. Got a piece of it.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. Interior presence, rising up and tossing that one away.
Clarkson against Crawford. Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered closely over Crawford.
Loose ball. Go the other way.
From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Great defense by Delly, executing within the system and just competing.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns lead by 4. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Well, to me, the story of that first period was their rebounding.
Yeah, jumping out to a lead largely because they did the hard work on the glass. So you love the passion in the early part of this game that they're playing with.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Warren is out there with Holmes. And there's Jackson. Then there's Kelly Oubre. The Suns leading. Outside Warren. The shot comes out. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. The score now all even.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
Now, here's Holmes. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers.
And he also made an impact on defense, guys. 3 block shots over the course of the game.
So it's the Cavaliers now after T.J. Warren's miss. The pass to Dellavedova. Lock at 6. Tries it from the top of the key, and it comes off the front of the rim. And with Clarkson as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
Now Nance, after Josh Jackson's three-pointer that didn't go. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Pass to Holmes. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Okobo, defended by Dellavedova. And here's Warren for 3. The rebound by Nance. Nance has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his 2nd season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. You're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, D.A. Dellavedova. That one doesn't drop. The Suns go the other way with it. Outside Warren. Okobo. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Cavaliers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Passes it to Dellavedova. There it is, his 3rd basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
That's a pretty good move from Dellavedova. Tough defense, gets off the perimeter and into the paint to get the score.
Holmes with it. He's picked up by Nance. Left side, Warren puts the fadeaway right on the money. Warren's got the game tied up here for Phoenix. And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. You know, T.J. Warren is a great scorer. However, many of those buckets he puts in do not include, Brent, the 3-ball.
No, he plays in the mid-range game. Once he gets to certain spots in the mid-range and gets his feet set, he's going to end up scoring 2 points. So off-balance runners, he gets fouled. Just really has a nose for scoring the ball.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Eddie Osman, he's checked in for Blossengame. Hood comes in for Patrick McCall. Alec Burks checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Matthew Dellavedova. Now here's Hood. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Brent, we have bigs playing a different kind of game in the NBA now.
It feels like skill is taking over, and even last year in the playoffs, so much talk for us about the idea of not being able to play a big center, right? Not being able to play a post-up center or a rim-protecting center. These players have to be mobile. They have to be able to set screens and roll down the lane, and they have to be able to switch out, most importantly, defensively to guard the most talented scorers in the league. So the center position is now becoming a more skilled position where teams take their best 4-man and slide them down to the 5, a la a Draymond Green or sometimes Giannis with Milwaukee, to make sure that they can make the most impact while they're on the floor.
Good examples. And Cleveland making a change here. Zizic has checked in. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
The Suns coach Igor Kokoskov, the NBA's first ever head coach, born and raised outside of North America. He will not be the last, but a great opportunity for Phoenix as this guy's paid his dues. 18 years as an NBA assistant, including 5 early years in Phoenix.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Booker against Burks. And stolen by Booker. Jackson looking it over. Pass to Melton. And stolen by Hood. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Sexton. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Sexton's got 12.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
And Kokoskov, a pioneer, the first D1 college assistant coach out of Europe, also the first in that role in the NBA.
Yeah, in the NBA, he reached the conference finals 7 times and the finals twice. So he's seen what it takes and what type of competitive environment it is when you reach those elite levels. And in 2004 was on the staff for the Detroit Pistons when they won the NBA title against the Lakers. So been around a lot of winning.
Bridges, he's checked in for Phoenix. Suns moving the ball around. Ayton dishes to Booker. Shoots over Burks. And there's Booker on the assist by Ayton.
Booker shooting the ball immediately off the pass. Defense, really no chance.
Now, here's Sexton. 12 points for him. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And now here's a quick peek at the best rookie free throw shooters over the course of the past month. Second is Colin Sexton. And, of course, DeAndre Ayton.
And they're both just fundamentally sound. And their success at the free throw line, I think, bears that out.
Shot clock at 6. Zizic kicks to Sexton.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Here's Melton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. A miss that time would have put him up. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Sexton. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
For Cleveland, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Sexton. And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, he scored 40 that night. I mean, almost led him to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
Both good from the line that time.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
The Suns trailing. And there's the pass to Bridges. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And you can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
Cavaliers on D. To the paint. Here's Crawford. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Crawford's got it all tied up now for the Suns.
And the D has to respect Booker's passing ability. Fantastic at finding guys in their spots.
Sexton the pass to Zizic. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got 8 points in the quarter. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Burks with the steal.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
The putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his third foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
And you know, DeAndre Ayton, all that hype around him. He goes 7 feet, 250 with that 7'5" wingspan and already produces. But still, he shows considerable upside.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, Greg, what amazes me about Ayton, the skill level for someone his size.
I mean, he can put the ball on the floor, really improving as a facilitator. You look at Embiid, you look at Big Cat, Ayton gives you a lot of those similar traits.
And the Suns have never won an NBA title. It's amazing for such a proud and storied franchise. Just one trip to the finals since the merger back in 1993. That was when they lost to the Chicago Bulls.
Here's Hood. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And you think about the Suns team with Dan Marley, Kevin Johnson, Danny Ainge. Brent, they had a chance.
Well, a guy named Michael Jordan ruined a lot of the title chances for a lot of teams. The Suns were one of them. They came close, but eventually MJ's Bulls a little bit too tough for that Phoenix Suns team.
For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Hood on the wing. Three-pointer. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
That's a pretty nice shot. Rodney Hood continuing to work on being more consistent from the three-point line.
Crawford kicks to Booker. Pass to Ayton. It's Crawford on the wing. Booker with no one around, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Booker's got 10 points in the game. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Timeout called, Cleveland.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for Cleveland.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Hood against Bridges. Crawford outside. Lob pass to Warren.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Sexton the pass to Burks. Passes it to Zizic. Over Ayton. The shot's good from Zizic. Zizic has got the game tied up here for the Cavs. To the middle. Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Outside Hood. Pass to Sexton. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Just 5 on the clock. Osman kicks to Burks. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Bridges against Hood. And that's a foul called on Ante Zizic. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that one falls for Bridges. Nancy's checked in for the Cavaliers. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Hood. And he can't hit the second. The Cavaliers trailing. 1:36 left to play in the first half. Now Sexton. 16 points for him. Oh, Nance in position. And stolen by Booker. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Warren. Here's Ayton. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
Bridges against Burks. And there's Bridges on the assist by Crawford. And now a 5-point Suns lead. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Now here's Sexton. Defended by Booker. The shot by Sexton, no good.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it. Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
Clarkson surveying the floor. Kicks it to Nance. It's Sexton on top of the key. Makes it off the glass. Sexton's got 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Booker outside. Over Sexton. Not this time. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be right back after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
Well, the one thing we already know, Devin Booker can score. And what I'm seeing now is he's able to lead. The offense goes through him. He controls the pace, and he makes tons of great decisions. Terrific catalyst for them in the first half.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, no question, Ernie. They need to improve their three-point shooting. When you shoot in the low 30s, you can dig yourself in a deep, abysmal hole. You like that word, Ernie? Abysmal? I can't spell it, but it sounds nice. Anyway, when the open three is there, fine, shoot it. But we saw at least a few situations where they should have worked for a better shot.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, but.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
And And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Cavaliers trail by 5. We've got Hood. Sexton is out there with Alec Burks. And it's Zizic in at the 5. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Burks can't get it to go. Now, here's Warren. D right on him. And the pass to Melton. And here is Warren. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got the lead up to 7 now for Phoenix.
Yeah, Booker filling it up quickly here tonight. You got to respect the versatility, especially how dangerous he is on the offensive end.
Now here's Hood. Inside, here's Osman. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Melton passes to Warren. He kicks it to Bridges. No good on the triple.
And that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
Zizic passes to Sexton. Here's Zizic. The dish to Sexton. Cleveland moving the ball around. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul.
Well, he bailed him out with that one. The shot clock was low. You got to just play straight up D. That is not the time to take a foul.
Now here's Hood. He's got 7. Works with it.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Bridges with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
No defender is going to have a shot against that kind of play. He's just too tall to stop that close to the rim.
One shot.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Zizic. Dishes to Hood. To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. Passes it to Burks. From the arc. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Bridges. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now a 10-point Suns lead.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half, minus that 1 miss. 3 of 4 now from the field right now in the second half.
Zizic kicks to Burks. Pass to Sexton. Shot from 12. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, if they had an edge at halftime, they might have lost it, beginning this half 1 of 5.
And Colin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
A different look now for Cleveland. Wassinghami's checked in for Osman, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Alec Burks. And Phoenix also making a switch. Jackson's checked in. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And the Cavaliers call time here.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
And we can look quickly at a group of rookies having a very good run, the top scoring first-year players in the NBA for the past 10 games. DeAndre Ayton is second.
And, you know, they've given him some more responsibility offensively. In these past 2 weeks, he's responded.
Sexton dishes to Dellavedova. The pass to Zizic. Now here is Dellavedova. 6 points for him. To halt the run, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Warren. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Warren's got 13.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now here is Dellavedova, defended by Booker. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Toronto, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, the Cavaliers just need to take it a game at a time.
And I think for the Cavaliers, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
There's still some chances to find some positives as the season comes to an end. Even if it's not a playoff spot, just some kind of forward momentum heading into the offseason.
Here's Hood, following the basket by T.J. Warren, and it's blocked. Okobo, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Left side, Hood. Kicks to Dellavedova. Hood against Warren. Over to the left wing. Here's Zizic. Over Ayton. No good from Zizic.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation because the matchups right now just not favorable.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Harry Nance is checked in for Blossingame.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Josh Jackson. How last month turned out for him, averaging 9 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
Time now for an injury report.
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Suns. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Appreciate that, D.A. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Well, sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Warren on the wing, covered by Nance. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Warren. Warren's got his 4th assist in this one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, here's Clarkson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Nance trying to break loose. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job Like to see his guys step up a little more.
Warren kicks to Jackson. Back to Warren. Offensive rebound and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Cleveland gets called for the foul.
Well, Warren is so hungry to score every night that he's going to draw the attention of most defenses. Such a tough cover.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Warren. Both free throws good from Warren.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Jackson against Clarkson. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Okobo, he's covered by Clarkson. Here's Oubre, but he recovers it. Goes back up. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Nance has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hood finds Dellavedova. Here's Zizic, and there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Phoenix. Outside Hood. Charity stripe shot. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
The Cavaliers trail by 21. Now Dellavedova. He's got 10. Nance trying to break loose.
How about Jackson getting up and spiking that one away?
Pass to Oubre. There's the triple. Drills the three-pointer. Oubre's got 7 points in the game.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Yeah, I'm a little bit exhausted here trying to keep up with these guys, and I'm just watching. They always attempt to wear you out.
Now, here's Clarkson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 4 on the clock. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line. Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime after sort of wandering around in the first. He's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
Here's Clarkson after the made shot from Kelly Oubre. Clarkson kicks to Zizic. Back to Clarkson. To the wing on the left. Outside Hood. To stop the drought. It's good from long range. 10 points for him.
That right there was a tough shot from Rodney Hood. And without a doubt, Rodney Hood is at his best when he's being aggressive. Doesn't settle for shots, and he looks to create and finish around the rim. Sometimes he can serve as a playmaker. That happened a lot when he was with the Utah Jazz under Quinn Snyder.
Now here is Dellavedova after the miss from Crawford. Nance passes to Dellavedova. Oh, Nance in position. Oubre with the steal. He dishes it to Crawford. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Misses the layup. You know, Hood can fall into settling for mid-range shots at times, Brent, but that isn't when he's his most effective.
You know, a lot of players fall into playing passively, and Rodney Hood is sometimes guilty of that. The trick is finding ways to try to keep him aggressive, make sure that he's impacting the game in ways that his skill set can draw it out.
And here are the Suns now. Following the score by Cleveland, Crawford's shot is good.
There are times where I think they should just make this floor asphalt, the way that Jamal Crawford handles his business out there.
Dellavedova kicks to Zizic. Clarkson, no good on the three.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
There's Jackson with the three. Another three for Phoenix.
Yeah, that's really just the right decision. The offense presented it to Jackson. Nice job out of the pick and roll. Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness, zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Here's Crawford following the score by Cleveland. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Crawford's got 11 points.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here's Clarkson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Jackson has the open look, and the Suns tack on two more.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Dellavedova kicks to Clarkson. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Josh Jackson.
You know, Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard, so trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever is asked of him to earn minutes.
Two shots. Last on the first.
Free throw good. Clarkson. A different look now for Cleveland. Jetty Osman, he's checked in for Ante Zizic. Burks comes in for Rodney Hood. And it's Sexton in for Matthew Dellavedova. And both free throws good for Clarkson. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. No good there. Nance with some nice D. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Phoenix ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. We've got Bender. He's out there with Oubre. Anderson is out there with Josh Jackson. And it's Melton in at the point guard position. The Cavaliers on offense. Here's McCall. Well, there's a lot of talk, too, Brent, about the age requirement for entering the draft, and Commissioner Silver has said it's a clear change that's probably on the way. What do you think the league should do?
Can you and I talk about a guy that you know quite well who in 1995 came out as
17-year-old, I know
in
it.
the NBA draft? Kevin Garnett came into the league and handled himself extremely well. Now, for every one of those stories, we know there were other ones where guys did not make much of their NBA careers.
But then here comes the G League.
The G League, to me, is the huge key.
That's the equalizer.
A lot of these guys have a ripcord now for some of those things that transpired over the course of the last 30 years, where they can have a softer landing point to continue to develop, to continue to mature, and have an opportunity to make something of their NBA career.
Excellent explanation.
And Josh Jackson, the 4th pick in that 2017 draft out of Kansas, a hyper-athletic 6'8", and he's got the handles, I think, to become a terrific slasher in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And Jackson plays with a great motor. He's got some grit in his game.
I mean, he's a competitor. I mean, plays with that chip on both shoulders. But give me a guy who cares. As a coach, better to have guys you need to rein in rather than those you have to kind of force to be aggressive.
And he sinks the second. Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
Now, here's Sexton. Knocks it loose. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Bender with the bucket.
Bender, a good decision that time. Just a smart play.
The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Now, here's Sexton. Defense is right there. No good from Fry. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now, here's Bender. Tight defense on him.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
And the Suns making a change here. Daniels has checked in. Inside. Here's Sexton. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And although Sexton is slightly undersized, he plays with great physicality and aggression. Nice finish there off contact.
Now here's Bender. Buries the long-range jumper.
Failure to extend the defense, not going to get you back in this game.
Yeah, it's just a big mistake against a great shooter. It feels like they've just completely lost their focus.
Fry with the ball. He's covered by Anderson. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Here's Melton. Passes it to Bridges. And here's Anderson. 5 on the clock. Over Fry. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
Buries it from 3-point range. Jones has got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Out to the right wing. Now here's Bender. He's tightly guarded. Chalk up 2 there.
Showing some strides, finishing through contact, knowing it was coming, and not letting that deter him from scoring.
Now here's Sexton. Defense is right there. Now the feed to Jones. Bridges with the steal. Here's Melton. And it's good for 2.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, then he's off to the races.
And a good decision on the move. Too often we see teams have this kind of opportunity and fail to convert.
Stolen by Bender. Bridges against Jones. Bridges shot. Good.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Sexton kicks to Fry. There's the dish to Jones. Back to Fry. The open look here for Sexton. Bangs home the trifecta. Sexton's got 23 points.
You would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Anderson dishes to Bender. From down in the low post, it goes. Bender's got 9 points here in the second half. Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's McCall. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems
Kevin,
that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, "Gee, you got 4 A's."
So it's the Cavaliers now, after the Suns pick up 2. To the inside, 5 on the clock, good on the shot. He's got 25.
You know, we've seen this with Sexton in college, and he can get into a zone and just take over a game offensively.
Here's Melton. To the middle, here's Bridges. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here's Sexton. He kicks it to Fry. Ripped away. Fast break. Here come the Suns. Throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
Now, here's Sexton. Pass to Fry. Over Anderson. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And I love that move for this guy. When he's in rhythm, that's money.
And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Tuesday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And Kevin, things could get ugly for this team during this road stretch. They just haven't had the same focus nor execution that we've seen from them when they're at home.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That is his first foul of the game. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Well, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. A nice shot by Booker.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Osman. Nice D from Warren.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Bridges shot. Good.
The defensive mindset has to maybe get to the mid-range. They didn't do a good job pressuring the shooter on that possession.
Sexton kicks to Nance. Dishes it to Clarkson. And the three off target.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Here's Melton. Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep. Players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
And he makes the first. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both free throws good from Warren. And so it's Cleveland with it. Dellavedova with the ball. Inside. Here's Zizic. Basket counts.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Outside Warren. Booker the pass to Melton. Over Dellavedova, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Cleveland Cavaliers. One team owner proposed that we should abolish the draft and have free agency for rookies, maybe giving lesser teams a bigger pool of money to spend. Just some of the ideas that these teams are in the league is throwing out there.
Well, that's an interesting idea. The one that I heard about last summer was in Houston trying to flip-flop free agency and the draft so that all of a sudden what you can do is draft players after it is that you've made all your free agent acquisitions so you could draft positionally, you know you're set up for your team next year. And the more I've thought about that, Kevin, coming into the season, the more I like it. So we'll see what kind of traction that gets.
He hits both from the stripe. The Cavaliers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. The pass to Blossingame. Oh, Nance in position.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Outside Warren. To the left wing. Here's Melton. Defended by Dellavedova. Pass to Oubre. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 20 feet out. Blossingame pulls it in. Blossingame's got his 5th rebound in this one. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Blossingame, covered by Oubre. 4 on the clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
Matthew Dellavedova won a title with the Cleveland Cavs back in 2016. The Australian, one of the league's high-effort players, certainly a motor that does not stop.
They always talk about just how scrappy he is, willing to get out there and compete and do the dirty work. That's where Delly ends up paying off the most. Guys like him help establish a really good culture of hard work and competitiveness.
That free throw, good from Dellavedova.
An 86% foul shooter for his college career. Dellavedova hasn't been quite that consistent at the pro level.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Phoenix's ball. Now here's Oubre. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Okobo. Phoenix, no good that time either. And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
Okobo, defended by Dellavedova. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking